Hey everybody, welcome back to IP Farms. Well, it's another day here in North Carolina. It's rainy and miserable. Temperatures are high, but pouring down rain, so no 10 on the lean-to today. I'm not sure when you'll be watching this video. I may have already finished that up, but today's Saturday, December the 18th, I believe. So we're going to move on in here to the little room project, farm office, if you will. I got some more used lumber from the guy I was getting some wood from, and I've got it all stacked in here. I hope I don't have it in my way, but while my buddy's here today, I'm gonna try to get some kind of figuring going on about getting a perimeter built for the floor and put some joists in it. It's gonna be a plywood floor, and once I get the floor and stuff in here, then I'll go back and figure out exactly what I'm gonna do, if I'm actually gonna build false walls or if I'm just gonna put some tin up on the beams that are here and use a bunch of caulking or whatever. This will be cobbled together, mainly because all it is something to get in and out of the weather, a place to put some records, and you know, it doesn't have to be perfect by any means. So probably going to wing this one on my own and not use my resident over the phone carpenter, mainly because I don't want to associate him with something that this is probably going to look like when I get finished. But on the same token, I'm going to use some of my knowledge that I learned through him building a lean-to and see if that'll apply in here. It's kind of two different entities, if you will, but we're going to see where we go with it. So I'll bring you along for a little bit of it. Okay, well, here's the majority of the lumber that I've gotten that it's left over from the lean-to. Several 2x6s, lots of 2x8s that are about 18 to 20 feet long, some 2x10s, and a few more 2x12s. So I should have plenty enough to build me a floor system in here. It's going to be a little tedious due to that one beam that was over there in the corner that rotted out. I'm going to have to raise the floor up, which it's quite high. I think it's about 8.5, 9 feet high in here, so that's not going to present a problem. The main thing is going to be the door frame and the doorway here, but we'll see what we can do with it. So I'll bring you along for a little bit of it. Good project on a rainy day. Been pretty miserable all day. At least the temperatures aren't low, but it's been pouring rain all afternoon. So I'll show you what we got finished up in here in the farm office. All right, here it is in all its glory. Don't anybody laugh. It's definitely not done to carpentry specs. That's why I left my resident carpenter out of it. He has nothing to do with this. This is all me, cobbled together as usual. We were able to keep the original floor level. Got everything sitting on rocks and blocks. I've got a couple of 2x6s there attached to the original house structure. I've got to go back in the middle here, in between the blocking that I put in, and put some concrete blocks to take any of the bounce out of it, and build a false wall here to the right at the stables. And let's see, out here right through the beams there is the lean-to, which will be covered, and I'm going to put tin on the outside of the house beams to keep the weather off of them. So I may just leave those original. I mean, it won't have any wind coming through or anything, but you'll be able to see the beams. And then false wall back here for sure. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet about the ceiling. Sorry about the light. If I'm going to leave it original like that, or if I'm just going to put tin up there, some Lulon board or something like that, I'm not sure. But main thing is the doorway is going to stay the same, original doors. I'll probably have to back up behind that and put a weatherproof door, so there may be a false wall on that one too, so I can have, you know, the original door still hanging from the house structure, and then you know, a regular weather tight door for the office. But apologize for not getting any footage today, but I'll definitely turn the camera on next time, work on this, hopefully try to get some plywood in here, get the floor going, and it should go pretty quick after that. Okay, well, it's another beautiful day here. We're gonna get back started on the farm office today. Finally wrapped up the lean-to. That went well. Hope you've all seen that video. First few clips of the office here, I didn't get a whole lot of footage because my buddy was here helping me with it. Again, I want to say up front, I'm going out on a limb on this one. I'm doing this solo by myself, and I'm probably going to end up bending and breaking some rules of carpentry here, mainly because of the dollar signs, how expensive this stuff is. But again, I think when I get finished with it, it's going to be a whole lot better than it was, you know, when I started. So bring you along for a little bit of it. Today's Christmas Eve. I don't have a whole lot of time. Had to go get some material this morning at the box store, and going to spend the afternoon and evening with the wife, and then we've got family get-togethers tomorrow on Saturday and Sunday after Christmas. So thought I'd bring you along for a little bit of it today, hopefully get some more footage. Let's see what we can do. Okay, well, I've showed you the subfloor in the previous clips. Like I said, I didn't get a whole lot of it going down, so I'm going to be able to film today because I'm working by myself. So I've got to go in here. I'm going to add quite a bit more blocking. I think it's what you consider in between the floor joist. And then I've got to get some concrete blocks down to support this intersection. It's very sturdy right now, doesn't have any bow in it really or bounce much, but I'm going to add a few extra things, mainly because I dropped down on the floor sheeting size. So this ought to be an ordeal because I'm not very good with measurements, and trying to cut this plywood and put on the floor is not going to be fun, but we're going to see what we can do. Okay, what I'm going to do is I don't know, I'm going to add blocks basically every 16 inches, if you will. Mainly just for my OCD. I don't want to do this and have major bounce in it, so I think the more structure I can put in, the better off I'm going to be. So that's what we're doing right now, marking everything. I'll get the miter saw set up, and we'll cut some blocks to go in here. Again, I don't know if this is right or wrong, if I'm overdoing it. I do have a bunch of 2x6s that I got in the loads of wood that I got with the, you know, the big beams for the lean-to, and a lot of them have twists in them, so they're really not good for anything. So I figure, you know, why waste a 16-foot 2x6 that's got bows all in it, kind of twisted, but I can just cut some blocks off of it and add extra in here. It's just some nails, it's not a big deal. So we're going to do it while we can. It'll give me extra places to nail the floor down also. So I'm going to try to get all these cut and in, and then see what kind of time we got. And I would like to get all these blocks in and the supports underneath with the concrete blocks. What I'm going to end up doing is probably putting a 4-inch solid block underneath, and then putting a 2x6 treated 2x6 block down on top of that where it sits, you know, so I can mash it down good and tight, because this floor is not, it's not stable really. I mean, it's just basically dust, if you will, without coming in here and digging it all down to hard ground. So I'm thinking that solid block won't sink down in too awful bad. So we're going to try that and see what happens. Like I said, right or wrong, I don't know. That's what I'm going to go with. So let's get started. Okay, we got some more blocks in. I'm gonna go ahead and put working on this support system, and I'm gonna try to get the sheets laid down on the one side so it'll be easier for me to walk on. So got everything supported in the middle. I've got the end supported. I'm gonna go back here in a minute and just stuff a few bricks under this side over here. Most of this floor joist back here is sitting on several rocks, so it shouldn't go anywhere there. Like I said, I don't know if this is the proper way to do it or whatever, but we're going to go with it. Seems to be working out okay so far. I need to tuck my shirt tail in. I think I've done shown something I shouldn't have this morning. So far, so good. I mean, I'm sure it'll settle over time, but maybe not in my lifetime. Don't ask me why I'm using screws and nails. I just can't make myself use a nail gun for everything, and I can't really afford to use screws for everything. I know they both have their place with screws will break before they'll bend, no flex, but we're giving it the best we can anyway. Solid as a rock. Alright, I'm going to carry on with the rest of them and bring you back when I get those finished up. We'll move on to the next step. Okay, well, I'm running out of time, but we were able to get everything secured up. I got all the blocks down, the brick. I've got the treated 2x6s down, sturdy. It has no bounce in it whatsoever, no give. The outside perimeter there is sitting on some of the original rocks. I stuffed a few bricks here, there, some more blocks. Went back, put a couple of screws in most of the floor joists where I had toe nailed them, just because I'm not real good at it. But I'm gonna try to get a couple of sheets of flooring in here and at least lay down, see how good they fit. If I get time, I'll go ahead and nail them down. If not, we'll finish up this video with bringing a couple of sheets of flooring in, and then we'll start fresh on another one. Okay, well, I got 2 sheets in. Everything's looking pretty good. Again, I'm not a carpenter, so it's not completely perfect. But everything worked out pretty good. It feels solid with the size sheeting I got. I think what I'm gonna do for time constraint today is go ahead and get these nailed down, 2 full sheets, and then there to the left towards the door I can get another full sheet in, but I need to go ahead and put those blocks in. So we'll probably stop with these 2, that way I can get the other pieces in here and off the trailer, and then on the next video we'll start fresh with putting all the floor sheeting down and cutting it. That ought to be that ought to be pretty comical. It's hard enough for me to cut a 2x4 or 2x6 straight, much less a piece of plywood with a skill saw, but we'll see. Stay tuned. Okay, everybody, we're gonna wrap this one up as part 1 on the farm office here. Finished up the floor, told you that. I got 2 sheets down, went pretty well. So I've got to put the blocks in the other side later on. So we'll just wait and start a new video on that, and I'll probably just get some short clips here or there, the rest of the flooring going down, and then we'll start on the walls. I'm not sure how this is going to go, but I know I've got to get some more material yet. But all in all, it's not too bad. It's sturdy. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it sure is more stable than the floor that was in here. So we're getting there slowly but surely. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please consider subscribing if you hadn't already. You know, hit the thumbs up button if you like what you see. Thumbs down, I understand, it's not for everybody. Share the videos, get them out there. Might be somebody else interested in a little bit of this. I said it on the lean-to video. If I can cobble something together, anybody can. Till next time, thank you.